Hey, how's it going everyone? I'm DCSG81, and if this is your first time watching my video, welcome to my channel. This is where you will find me doing reviews for action figures, custom heads and accessories, as well as some comparison and all sort of fun stuff. So I do hope you will subscribe to my channel and click on the bell button so that you don't miss out any of my latest video. Okay, so I'm pretty sure some of you are wondering why am I having this kind of background for the toys review this time. Is because there's a very huge box for me to review today. I actually gotten this I think about a year ago. Yeah, so I haven't really gotten into taking it out and show it to you guys because I just don't have the space to put him and his accessories. Okay, by accessories I will show you to you guys what accessories. Even till today I don't think I have space for it, but because this figure is getting very hit for these few months because the remake of the game is coming out. So it is the Final Fantasy VII. I'm sure those of you who are born in like me in the 80s or 90s are very well known to this game. It's a PC game, used to be a PC game, and now they actually remake it for the PlayStation 4. So this one is not the latest game figure. It's actually from a movie that they made, which is called The Advent Children. Okay, so this was in the if I'm not mistaken, is maybe in the early 2000s. Yeah, very early. So it's one of the best animations today, which I still very much like it until today. I think the animation is very well done. Okay, so you can barely see my head now. So this is what we call the Square Enix, the Play Art Kai version of Cloud and his bike Fenrir. Okay, yep, so you can see it's extremely huge box, which is why I have not I have always wanted to get it out seriously and do reviews for you guys. It has been on my waiting list for so long, but up till today I really have no space for it. But today I finally decided that I need to get it out, show it to you guys, and maybe just put it back to the box. Okay, because I really don't have any space for me to display him. Okay, so let's take a look at the box. Okay, so for the box, you can see I'll push it a little in front so you can have a better look. You can see the whole figure. I can't really see the figure plus the bike here. Very nice. Okay, and I'll do the side here so you can see the figures with the bike. Very nice. Okay, and at the side here there's some reading for you. And at the back of the box, wow, okay, you can see all the cool poses of the figure with the bike. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so let's get this open. Okay, before I take it out of the box, I'll just like to show it to you guys. Wow, we just look at that. Just look at the figure. Okay, the main character's Cloud. Okay, this is the figure itself. Oh my god, looking so good. I'll put him aside. Okay, there we can see all his swords. Oh my goodness. Okay, wow, and there are more swords there. Wow, this is the extensions to put at the bike. Okay, and here you can see the beautiful bike. Holy shit, this is so good. Okay, wow. Okay, Okay, we'll take a closer look at that later. Okay, so we shall take a look at the figure first. Okay, so let's take it out. Okay, wow, so this is the play art Kai is the upgraded versions of the old play art. So they are actually much bigger. I don't think they are actually a 6-inch scale figure. They are actually much bigger than that. Maybe an 8-inch or 9-inch figure. So let's take a look at the figure. Okay, you can see it very clearly. Yeah, very nice. Okay, and you have all the pouches at the back. Yep, wow. Just look at the face. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see it. Okay, it looks very much like the characters from the animations. Maybe you can do some comparisons. Okay, so it's a very nice figure because they actually have some real clothing here. As you can see, it's actually real fabric. Okay, and with bendy wire at the side, so it's actually posable. Okay, very nice. Even when you touch at it, it feels very premium. Okay, wow. This time I feel that the eyes are actually painted quite darkish. Not very much. I actually prefer the old one. I hope I have some pictures for you, but the old one, I think the eyes are painted a lot better. Okay, this one looks slightly darker, like he's been possessed. Okay, yep. So let's get through some very simple articulations. Okay, so for the articulation, let's start with the head, like always. Okay, so his head can pretty much turn everywhere, except there's some hinderings on the hair. Okay, as you can see, but you can still you know, adjust it if you really want him to look sideways. Okay, looking up, not really that much. Yep, looking down, quite a lot. And his neck is actually 2 pieces, a separate neck, as you can see right here. The head is removable because he comes with an extra head. Okay, we'll get to that later. As for the arms, you can hear some clicking sound. Okay, there's a ratchet inside, I think. Okay, pretty much more than 90 degrees. Okay, there's an arm swivel, as you can see, going back all the way 360 degrees, no problem there. Okay, a single joint elbow. Okay, and there's a ball joint at the wrist, very obvious. Okay, of course with the ball joint, he can pretty much move his hands quite freely. Okay, for the torso, there's 2 articulations, one at the mid torso, one at the wrist. So let's see how well he can bend forward. Okay, yeah, so it's pretty hard because it's still new. Okay, so you can see this is how much he can bend forward, and bending backwards, wow, even better. Okay, and the mid torso is kind of hard to move around because I think he's still very new, but you can see I can bend it sideways, no problem. And the waist area you can actually turn as well. Okay, side by side, no problem there. Okay, for the legs, he can move. Wow, I didn't expect he can do a perfect split. Okay, and I believe you heard it just now. There's a ratchet sound as well. Okay, very nice. I love it. Okay, so kicking forwards, yikes, it's kind of tight because there's a rubber piece on his clothing that's actually kind of hindering it. Yep, so I think this is the best he can do. Yep, slightly less than 90 degrees. Okay, kicking backwards, yeah, just like this. Okay, not much. Okay, wow, so you have to be very careful because of all the his clothing. Okay, yeah, wow, so you have to adjust it every time after you move it. Okay, just make sure you don't overstretch the rubber. Okay, and then his leg have double joint knee. Okay, very nice. And for his leg, it's kind of special because you can see there's a two-piece. I'm sorry, there's a separate piece here. Yeah, can you see that? On the end part of his trouser, you can see. So it doesn't actually hinder much when you try to move his leg. So his leg is also on a huge ball joint that can move forward and backwards, and this piece here can also be moved around so that it doesn't hinder anything when you try to move his leg. Okay, and there's also a toe hinge. Okay, you can see right here. Okay, so the things to take note when you're posing this guy is that I think he can do a very well poses, but when you try to pose him, be very careful on all the his weapon pouches here, because as you can see, it's not a single piece. It's actually a separate piece that it will fall off if you are overstretching this two portion here, because it's only stick to the body on these two very fragile looking piece. Yeah, so once you broke it, I think you will just have to super glue it back. Okay, I'm not sure how strong the glue are. Yeah, let's hope that it's a very strong glue. Okay, yeah, and this, as I mentioned before, is a movable piece. Of course, it's a fabric, and it's also a very strong bendy wire. You can feel it. Okay, so if you want to do a wind blowing poses, it's very possible because of the strong wire. Okay, very nice. So let's proceed with the accessories that he comes with. Okay, so I will go through the accessories for him only. Yeah, I haven't gone through the swords and the bike yet. It's just for him. Okay, so he comes with an extra head, which I mentioned earlier, which is also, I think, is gonna be my favorite. Wow, just look at that. Okay, it's very nice. Okay, oh, I love it. Okay, and then an extra left arm, which is supposed to, you can actually replace it for this arm, because he used to have at the beginning of the movie, he used to have a clothing on his left arm, and I think till mid of the movie he actually torn off the sleeve. Yeah, he actually torn off the sleeve, and then it becomes like that. Okay, so you can interchange it. I'll show it to you guys how to do it. So it comes with a pair of fist hand that's already on the figure, a pair of hands for holding on to the bike. Let's see. Yep, this is a pair of hands, I believe is for holding on to the bikes. Okay, very nicely done. Okay, something like this, for the brakes. Okay, then a pair of hands for, of course, holding on to all his swords. Just a very simple fist hand with holes. Okay, and a pair of hands, this is just I'm not sure what is this for. Something like a gripping hands. Okay, this is a gripping right hands, and there's also a hands, left hands, as he hold on to his phone. Okay, very cool, because there's a scenes where Tifa was calling him.
You got a call from Reno. He's in Helan. Says he's got work for you. Cloud, how have you been?
And there's also a pair for his not a pair, sorry, there's a extra accessories here for his shades. When he's not wearing it, he will hang it on his neck. Okay, so this Cloud is not a first release. I mean, it has released before, when it's way before they actually announced the bike. So there's a single piece here that you can buy. I have that, but I don't have it with me right now. So I believe it's a very identical piece, except that this one comes with a few accessories that that doesn't comes with. So I will tell you which one. It comes with these extra heads. Okay, the previous one doesn't have. Of course, the previous one doesn't have this extra shades as well. Doesn't have this one for him to hold on the phone. Okay, and of course he doesn't even comes with these two for holding the bike, of course, because it's a just a single figure. Okay, so this is all it comes with, as well as all the swords that that I will go through right now. Okay, I just realized that the right gripping hands actually comes with a pair, because the left one is actually on his left hands, that I just realized. Okay, and speaking about the left arms, let's see how we interchange it right now. Okay, so basically you just need to, this piece is actually movable. Okay, but be very careful, because I can see the joint inside is quite small. Okay, so just move it up, take up the hands, lift the hand, and then I believe it's just as simple as pulling it out. Okay, very simple, this, no problem there. Okay, and this one is also having the ratchet. Yep, very nice, I actually love it. Okay, so just put his left arm in, and voila, this is how he looks like. Pretty cool, huh? Yep. Okay, and as for changing the head, just pop it off and pop it back in. Wow, will you look at that? It is so cool, my goodness. Wow, I love it. Hey, so there's another thing that I found out from the instruction that is pretty cool, is that the phone is not fixed to the hands. You can actually remove it. Wow, this is good. I was hoping that the phone can close as well, but it doesn't. Okay, so wow, this is nice, so nice. Okay guys, so as I mentioned, this Cloud actually comes with lots of accessories, and as you can see, these are just his swords part. So if you watch the animation, you will have noticed that he does comes with a lot of swords. Okay, so basically, if I'm not wrong, he comes with 7 swords. Okay, very small one. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so I show it to you guys. This is something like his wait. Okay, so this is something like his base swords. Okay, this is the base, and when I mention base, means there are some other tiny ones that he can connect to it, which will eventually become a very huge sword, as I will show it to you guys later as well. Okay, so this is one of the base, and if I'm not wrong, this one can actually close up, which will become like this. Okay, so you can see it's a very identical one. Yep, if I'm not wrong, these are the same sword, just that this one was open and extended, and when it closed down, it become like this. Okay, and then these are his side swords that he will connect as well. It comes with a pair. Okay, something like this. Okay, and here comes the smaller ones. Okay, these are the pair of smaller swords. I'm not sure if they have names for each of the swords. Okay, maybe they do. Okay, and this one is also a very cool one, which I think he uses it quite regularly in the movie as well, if I'm not wrong. Okay, very nice. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's only 6 of it. Okay, because these two are the same. Okay, so each one of these he can actually combine it to become the Buster Sword. Yep, you can actually see it if you look at it bits by bits. These small ones is actually this one. You see it? Okay, and there's one here, the side here, this piece is actually these swords. Okay, and this one as well, and this one is somewhere, if I'm not wrong, is this side. Okay, this one. So he combines everything from this one to become this Buster Swords. Okay, this is a complete one. Okay, very, very cool. Yep, and the pouches behind is actually for him to put some of the sword, not everything, just 4 of it, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, just 4 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's actually an instruction of it. If you notice, I keep looking to my right because the instruction is actually part of the box, okay, which is very, very huge. I can show it to you guys. Yep. Wow, see that? Okay, it's a big one. This is the base that we need to build as well, and these are all the instructions. Okay. So don't worry if you are interested to look at it. Stay tuned. At the end of the video, I will show you more pictures of all this instruction. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you how to put these swords into these pouches. As I say, there's only 4 swords, and these are the 4. Okay, these 2 pair. So this one and this one. Okay, so let's get started. So let's take a look. We have 2 facing to the right and 2 facing to the left. Okay, so let's start with the one facing to the right, the top right ones. Okay, so as according to the instruction, it should be this piece, okay, to be placed on the top right pouch. Okay, and also be very, very careful about these extra things they're supposed to hold the swords. For my previous cloud, I actually I mean one of it actually gotten loose because of it's just a glue. Okay, so it gotten loose and now it's just, you know, swinging around. So I didn't bother to super glue it back. So be very careful when you put it in. Just make sure you don't stretch it and it just come off. Okay, so what I will do is, so you just need to slot it in this way. Okay, so you will end up looking like this. Okay, so the next one we will go through the lower right pouch, which is supposed to be this one. Okay, and make sure the side this way is facing to the outside. So you're supposed to put it like this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so the next one we'll go to the upper left. Okay, this one, which is supposed to be for these swords. Okay, it's all very clearly shown in the instructions, so we'll put it right in like this. Okay, can you see it? So let's see. So it looks something like this. Okay, and the last one, the lower left pouch, which is supposed to be the other pair of this, like this. Okay, so let's try. Yep, so this is how it's supposed to look like. Okay, pretty cool, huh? Yep. So this is how it looks with all the swords at his pouch, and of course he will be holding on to this. Okay. Wow. Okay, so I think a lot of you has been waiting for this one. Same goes for me. Wow, I just like, wow. This is like, my goodness, this is a masterpiece. Just look at all the details that I wish I can show it to you guys. Wow, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but oh my goodness, this is a beast. This is a real masterpiece piece. Wow. Okay. Okay, this is called the Playart Kai, which is actually a bigger version. There's another one which is years ago, which is called Playart. I do have that bike as well, which I think is slightly smaller, maybe something like this. Yeah, that to me is already like a masterpiece, but this guy, my goodness, wow, you look at that, and he's very heavy. Okay, wow, okay, this is really good, my goodness. Okay, so there's a stopper here, okay, for you to display the bike. Okay, and this piece is movable, as he ride the bike is actually movable. And there's a string somewhere that I felt just now, somewhere, yeah, maybe because, let's try, yeah, you see there's a something like a string. Okay, and the wheel is this is one that is quite disappointing, because I was expecting them to use some sort of like a real rubber for the wheel, but it's not. It's still wait a minute. Yeah, I think I don't think it's a plastic though, but it's very hard, so I'm not sure it's rubber or plastic, but it just feels like it's a bit rubberish. Yeah, it's very nice nevertheless. Okay, wow, just look at all the details. My goodness, this is such a beast. Wow. Wow, so now you know why I say that I have no place to put him. He's so huge. Okay, so let's get on to it. So this is it's not an accessory because the set is called Cloud and Fenrir. Okay, so he is part of the figure as well. Okay, so yep, and the best thing about this bike as compared to the previous Playart, of course the size is bigger, but he just comes with something that I've been really hoping for, which are these parts here. Okay, so these are the extensions from the bike. It's actually supposed to spring open from these two pieces here in front. Let me show it to you guys. These two pieces is supposed to spring open, which kept all his swords. Okay, so there's a scene in the movie that you can see that he actually opened it up to retrieve his sword. So there's also an instruction on how you can do it, which I'm still figuring out how. Okay guys, so I don't usually do this, but I have no choice but to look up for some review for this piece on how to actually remove these two pieces to actually put on the extensions, because the instruction is not being very clear, especially the first step. I do not know what it means. I has been looking over and over on the bike and I can't find an area or a piece that looks exactly like what is shown in the first pictures. Okay, so but what I do know is these two black pieces will have to be removed so that you can slot this piece in, and then yeah, that's how it goes. So been watching a few reviews, and most of it is not being very helpful as well. So I'm just going to try it on my own. So this is going to be something like a trial and error. Yeah, I do hope that I can provide a very good how-to for you guys. So but even myself now, I'm a bit afraid because it's my first time. Okay, so let's try to get this piece off first. Okay, so I know that the black piece will have to go. I mean, it can be removed. Okay, so I'm just going to try and errors. Hopefully I don't break anything. Yep, it's not good. can feel it's very tight. Hopefully I'm removing something that is correct. I'll try on the left side, okay? Yep. Okay, yep. Wow. Okay, so this piece is out. Okay, so this is how it's supposed to look like. Okay. Wow, this is hard. Oh. Okay, something came off. Okay, hopefully I did not break anything. Oh wait, a second. Okay, I think I know what is happening now. Okay, never mind. So we will have to remove this piece, just slowly removing it. Separate the black from the gold piece that you can see. And do they actually say which one is the left? Okay, definitely not this piece. I think this one is for the right side. Okay. So the left side, because the opening is actually where he used to take out his swords, okay, his weapons. So you're supposed to do it like this, very slowly, gently, okay, because this piece looks fragile and you just don't want to break anything, okay. Yep, something like this, okay. And you got to put this back here so it looks like it's open up, okay. And you will have some problem putting it back in because of this piece, so you will have to remove it, okay. And then slot it here. So this is what the first picture is trying to tell you, but it's funny that they actually show you how to put it this before they actually teach you how to remove it, okay. Okay, from here just open it up and put it right here, right on top of it, okay. Then now just slot it back in. Sorry about that, it's quite hard to do in front of the camera. Okay, so it will be kind of hard to actually do it with this piece attached to the bike. So I think it will be better if we actually do that first, okay. Just attach these two first. Yep, big mistake from my side. And this piece started to move, so it's very concerning. Okay, and this piece is okay, so I just don't want to break anything. Yeah, you just have to get it right because it's not a round, perfect round joint. It's like hexagons. Yeah, you have edges, so you have to really see how it fits, okay. I don't know why they just don't make it into a perfect circle, so you just go in without any problems. Okay, this is really not that good. Not going in very well. Yep. Okay, and also don't put this first because I'm afraid you might break it when you're trying to push it in. So only when you attach these two pieces, then you put this right on top of it. Okay, just like this, and then slowly slot it back in. And this time around is a perfect round joint, so it will be pretty easy to put it back in. Okay. Yep. So it's supposed to look like this. So same goes for this end now, which I need to take it out. Okay. Oh, so now it's easy. Okay. So I need to put it here, take off this piece. Yep. Be very careful though because it's a very small piece of plastic. Yeah, when you pull it out, make sure you're just taking it off straight and not like this, okay. Not doing it like this, just take off like this. Okay. And okay, so this is supposed to be this way. So put it here. Again, I think it will be hard. Yep, it's very hard to, yep, you need to have some force, but a gentle force, okay? Yep, okay, put it back. For this piece, supposed to be like this, okay? And then now you put it back in. Voila. Okay, so this is how it should look like. It looks like it's spring out, okay? And as for the swords, I'm just going to put the remaining swords. There's no order on which one to put on where, so you're just going to have to play around. Okay, how should this be? Yeah, something like this, something like this. Of course, you can't put the complete Buster Sword on it, it'll be too huge. And even this piece, I don't think you can put it in. Yeah, it'll be too odd. Okay, so the rest of this, you can actually slot it in one by one. So there are actually 3 slots on each side, so it'll be 6 swords altogether, plus the one that he's holding on to. Okay, and I would also like to mention there will be a compartment down here that you can remove very easily. This is where you put in the batteries. Unfortunately, I don't have the batteries of this type, so you're supposed to put in the batteries, and there's an on-off button here. Okay, and then of course it will light up the front light here, and also the back light, which is this one. Okay, very cool looking. I have seen some video on it, and unfortunately I don't have that batteries. Okay, let's go through some size comparison for this guy, even though I know I'm not supposed to compare because this is of way different scale, but I'll just let you guys know the scale with the usual 1/12 that we used to collect. So we'll start off with the SH figures, of course. And I'll start and I will compare with all the big guys that we have. Okay, not the small one. So we have SH figures Hulk from Infinity War, and we have some Marvel Legends Red Hulk. Okay, then we have some Storm Collectibles Zangief. Okay, of course we also have some Marvel Select, the Endgame Hulk. Okay, maybe I'll just place him right over here so you can still see how big the cloud is. And right up next, we also have some Mystic Legions, the Orc Builder. Okay, this is a huge one. And of course, we also have the my favorite 3A Bumblebee, which is quite tiny if you are to compare with him. Okay, and lastly, of course, the 1-to-1 Hot Toys Team Groot. Okay, not Team Groot, sorry, this is the I think this is called the Little Groot or Baby Groot or just Groot. Okay. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this review. My final verdict for these babies is, I think I'll give him a 10 out of 10. Yep, the only problems that I have is the assembly of this one, and also it feels kind of fragile at some bits. So I just hope that some of you guys who actually own this don't break anything, because even myself, I'm quite afraid that I might break something when assembly. So I was just hoping they could make it even I know it's easy enough, but maybe some of the joints can be better. on how we should slot it in. Yeah, so yep, other than that, this is a masterpiece. I would say it's a piece of art. And the light up features is something that I did not expect. I didn't know that it can light up until I checked out some reviews just now on how to assemble this part. Yeah, so I didn't know there's you know, the light up functions, which I didn't expect it to be. Yeah, okay, so it's a very nice piece, my god. And even the cloud, I think is perfect with the shades on. Wow. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this review. Give me a thumbs up if you do, and of course feel free to leave me any comments below if you have any further questions about this piece. I'm not sure if you can still get it anywhere else because it was some time back. I bought it like a year ago, so I'm not sure if you can buy it. But of course, if you are interested in the other version, which is also Cloud and not Fenrir, the other bike, which looks quite identical, is for the remake of Final Fantasy VII. As I mentioned, you can actually get the first class editions that actually comes with the bike as well as the figure. Okay, but that's very hard to get because a lot of shops they can't even bring in. I've checked with a few of them. I do hope that I can get that one, so I have the movie editions as well as the game editions. And there will be a special portion of this review because I'm going to post lots of pictures at the end of the video. It's like a slideshow because there's so much beauty that I would like to take pictures for you guys to have a look, because this is a huge piece. I'm pretty sure some of you want to get a closer looks of it, and some of the parts and details, especially for this guy as well. Okay, so I'll post lots of pictures, so I hope you stay tuned at the end of the video to check out those pictures. Okay, and before you leave, I hope you can check out some of my videos in the playlist that I will put right up there. And of course, always feel free to browse around my channel. I have over 350 to 360 videos by now, and I'm pretty sure there will be something that will catch your attention. And I'll see you in those videos. Bye.